My name is Raynisha Washington, and I'm reading a passage from To Kill a Mockingbird. When he was nearly 13, my brother Jim got his arm badly broken at the elbow. When it healed and Jim's fears of never being able to play football were surged, he was seldom self-conscious about his injury. His left arm was somewhat shorter than his right. When he stood or walked, the back of his hand was at a right angle to his body, his thumb parallel to his thigh. He couldn't have cared less so as long as he could pass and punt. When enough years had gone by to enable us to look back on them, we sometimes discussed the events leading to his accident. I maintain that the Ewell started it all, but Jim, who was 4 years my senior, said it all started long before that. He said it began the summer Dill came to us, when Dill first gave us the idea to make Bubble Radley come out. I said if he wanted to take a broad view of the thing, it really began when Andrew Jackson. If General Jackson never had ran the creeks up the creek, Simon Finch would have never paddled up the Alabama, and where would we have been if he hadn't? We were far too old to settle an argument with a fist fight, so we consulted Atticus. Our father said we were both right. Being Southerners, it was a source of shame to some members of the family that we had no record of ancestors on either side of them. Battle of Hastings. All we had was Simon Finch, a fur trapping apothecary from Cornwall, whose pity was exceeded only by his stingness. In England, Simon was irritated by persecution of those who called themselves the Methodists at the hands of their moral liberation brethren. And Simon called himself a Methodist. He worked his way across the Atlantic, Philadelphia, thence to Jamaica, thence to Mobile, and up the St. Stephen's. Mindful of John Wesley's structures on the use of many words in buying and selling, Simon made a pile of practice medicine. But in this pursuit, he was unhappy least to be tempted in doing what he knew was not for the glory of God, as putting gold in costly apparel. So Simon, having forgotten his teachings, dictum on the passage of human chattels, brought 3 slaves with their aid, established a homestead on the banks of the Alabama River, some 40 miles of St. Stephen's. He returned to St. Stephen's only to find a wife and establish a line that ran high 2 daughters. Simon lived to an impressive age and died rich. It was a customary for the men in the family to remain one on Simon's homestead, Finch Landing, and make the living from cotton.